Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. GmsLouisianaSaints, the Lafayette camp, back at you with another live camp. All right. Before we go any further, we're going to face the east, give infinite honors and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Arakakadash.
Double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time, man. All right, and here we are in these last seconds, milliseconds of time. All right, you got Esau who thinking to change the times and the laws. He has his certain high holy days: Juneteenth, 4th of July, Labor Day. All right, Memorial Day. But the scriptures tell you that, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. So you Jakes are celebrating your so-called independence from the so-called white man, but you're still here subject to fines and payments. You're subject to having a social security card. You're subject to being taxed, all right? So you haven't made it out of here yet. So that complacency is what's going to get 2/3 of our people destroyed, man, because you don't operate on wisdom. You operate on emotion and Esau's knowledge, man. Go ahead, up.
All right, this is Amos 5:18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Right, destruction unto you that desire the day of the Lord, man, because you're not prepared. You haven't built yourself up to a point where you're going to be able to endure the things that are ahead, man. Brothers going into it yesterday, men's heart failing them for fears, all right? Certain calamities that are going to befall on this place. And 2/3 of our people, they're continuously, 365 days, right, so-called, around the sun, they're in that spirit of mirth, waiting for the next day so they can throw some pork ribs on the grill, all right? Boil some crawfish, okay, and continue on in that wicked, abominable acts, man. But the Most High doesn't have long left with this place, America, man. He's going to destroy this place utterly off the face of the earth. Go ahead, bro.
It says, to what end is it for you?
Right, man. What end is it to you? You non-believers, all right? Your incredulity, like Romans 3:3 says, I'm going to get it, just backing y'all brothers up. What if some don't believe? And we clearly see the incredulities of 2/3 of our own people, man. The way you act and operate, your mannerism, your action on this side, man. Here we are, where you have gas that's almost $5, all right? You got this place closing in, and Jake is finding a way to commit all these follies, man, to celebrate these high folly days, man. And it's despicable to see. And like I was telling the brothers on my way up here, man, I saw a number of Jakes barbecuing, dancing, playing that Zydeco music that they love here, particularly in Louisiana in the Southwest region, all right? And doing nothing but abominable acts, ready to get off that liquor, commit adultery, all right? Commit sodomy, okay? And it's just, this wickedness has overly exceeded in this place, man, polluted this place. You got it, now you want to speak on it? Yeah, you got it.
It says, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. All right, so the day of the Lord is darkness and not light, man. All right, the churches, all right, as we grew up, all right, in the world, man, as little, as little children, all right, we grew up believing that the Lord's gonna come back in the clouds and everybody's gonna flow up to the heavens, man. All right, but that's not the case, man. Right here it says that the day of the Lord is darkness and not light, man. All right. And darkness represents evil times, man. All right, not good times. All right, the scripture says, through much tribulation shall you enter into the kingdom, man. All right, so we know that the things that they taught us in the churches are false, man. All right, and not pertaining to the scriptures.
All right. Read on the 20.
It says, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him.
Right, so if you flee from a lion, that's one. We know that lions are swift, lions are fast, all right? Lions hunt down their prey, man. I believe a lion can run up to like 30 miles per hour or 50 miles per hour, man, between 30 and 50 miles per hour, man, all right? But those are describing the calamities that are going to come upon the planet Earth, man, all right? As if, read it one more time, up.
It says, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him.
Right, and a bear met him. So you're gonna flee from a lion. You might make it past the so-called inflation, so-called hunger strikes, right? But then the Most High sends another calamity your way. So you flee from a lion and run into a bear. Another one, man. Go ahead, out.
It says, or went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
Yeah, man. You get past the next calamity, and you think you got to break, ooh, man, I'm safe. Then a serpent bit you, man. Another calamity, man. So you can't get away ultimately from the day of judgment that the Lord has planned for the wicked, man. Because there's going to be two people that are on the planet Earth right now. You got those that are set up for deliverance, and you got those that are set up for destruction, man. And we hope to be the ones set up for deliverance, man. That's why we fight continuously in this faith, no matter the outside constraints that are going on around us, man. Our head is straight towards the goal, man. You got what? You got calamities on this side, calamities on this side. You got non-believers, all right? You got different off doctrines, all right? Different branches of off camps. But what are we focused on, man? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Faith, all right? That's what's going to take us and make us through this time, man. Believing in His word and acting on it. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, it says, let's see what I'm at. It says, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Ooh, the Most High hates your feast days, man. And the so-called Juneteenth is a so-called feast day for you, Jakes, man. What do? You have parades, you party it up, man. Celebrating what? You know not what you're even celebrating, man. You're celebrating your so-called independence. You're not even free here. You're not free here, Jake. All right? You're just a slave. Jake just trying to be a top slave in this kingdom, man. And I used to work for a judge in particular, and this judge even said that the Spirit of the Lord put it on him for him to say this, man. He said basically that, and he was in his quarters. You know, judges have chambers and things like that. So they go in and they talk privily with attorneys. They talk privily with clients and things like that. And he was talking privily, and he basically said, what? Well, man, and he was talking to Edomites, all right? Top Edomites, lawyers, got billboards. I'm not going to go into it that much, but he basically was saying that he's at the front of the house. And what does that mean? When you had slave quarters, those that were at the front of the house, right? They were what? So-called more important than the other slaves, man. So he said, man, I'm just at the front of the house, man. I'm just a top slave, all right? And that's a so-called judge in the society, man. So how much more of us, man? But the Most High don't require us to be in that complacent, lackadaisical mindset that you 2/3 are in on Juneteenth, man. And Lord willing, the Most High brings a major calamity. One of these planes hit one of these buildings in this area, man. All right, a mass shooting like we've been seeing around here that they've been trying to cover up and downplay. But Lord willing, the Most High sends a major calamity on this so-called holiday that Esau has put smack dab in the middle of so-called Alphabet Crew Month, man. All right. That's a mockery onto you, Jake. But you don't see that, man. You want to continue in this folly and think that, oh, well, we're getting closer to that American dream, that White House, that big house with a white picket fence, man. You're never going to get that. You never got your 40 acres and a mule. He considers you as 3/5 of a human being, man. That's the mindset of these devils, man. We the people of the United States, man. That wasn't concerning none of you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. That was concerning Esau and Edom and protecting and continuing his heritage, man. Go ahead, huh? You got more? That's 21. We back here with this after brother Bruce. You got Bruce? Go ahead, man.
All right, this is Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
That's right, man. We are yet this day in our captivity, man. All right, man. That means that we have to pay tithes to this devil, man. We have to go to this devil for the one of all things, man. All right, because we don't have our homeland, man. As the scriptures say, man. Because what? Because we sinned against our Father, man. All right, we sinned against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. All right, so now we have to face, the consequences of us going off, man. But yet we're out here. We plead to the Lord, asking for forgiveness. All right, we come out here, all right, making our bodies a living sacrifice, all right, to make up for all the wrong that we've done, so that the Lord will find favor in us in those days, man.
That's right, man. We're humble, man. Enough to know that the Most High got us in this low position, man. We ain't no proud slaves, man. A proud slave, all right, is you jakes out there saying, oh, well, I'm that nigga. I want to be at the top of my people. I just want to be above my people. But Esau is looking at you as a pawn in his scheme, man. he's moving you around. Oh, I can easily manipulate him because he has no idea that he's being ruled over. He has Stockholm syndrome. You can get that definition out. Stockholm syndrome, because that's what our people have, man. And we're not just talking. We're talking about the ones that are close to us, man. Uncles, moms, dads, cousins, man, sisters, brothers. Those are the ones out there in the world keeping this folly day up, man. Jake wait year round, and now Esau has made this worldwide event for Jake. All right, worldwide known event that Jake waits a year round and say, man, what we doing for Juneteenth? It's way in September. They think about Juneteenth now, man. All right, they think about, oh, well, we could let's plan it up, get it good, because, man, and around where I live at, they got Jakes and stuff like that. So I passed this particular house, and they have Jakes. Sometimes I wait to, keep the peace. All right, the scriptures tell you, if possible, be at peace with all men. So I waited to them, hey, how you doing? As I'm driving by. So particularly today, leading up into Juneteenth, they had their so-called black, green, red colors, symbolizing what? Oh, their freedom from America, man. All right. But ultimately, that house was packed with people, packed with non-believers, man. Packed with 2/3, packed with wood for that nuclear fire, man. In that house that I passed dwelled no knowledge, man. All right? Old dry bones, man. Old bottles in there, man. Just waiting to be destroyed, man. What you got, Doc?
All right, this is the definition of Stockholm Syndrome. All right? And it reads, it says, feelings or trust or affection.
Feelings, trust, and affection. So, when you have feelings, trust, and affection, that means you're comfortable. That means that you're complacent. That means that what? Ultimately, you rely on something. But guess what you're relying on? Go ahead, Doc.
It says, feelings or trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim towards a captive.
And who's the captive here, man? Who's the victim? You so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. The northern tribe was brought over here after the fall, after the dividing of the kingdoms, man. All right? The Assyrian captivity. And they were held captive over here until this day, man. Subject to fines and payments, going into Genesis 49, all right? But the southern kingdom, like the scriptures tell you, Judah and Israel should be oppressed together. We're both here, man, in this hole, man, in the neck of the enemy right now, man. As captives, as victims, man. Victimized. And Esau loves to call us the what? Minority. But the scriptures tell you Israel is numbered as the sand of the sea. That sounds like the majority to me, man. He always downplays our people, man. Even with these folly days, man. Putting this thing right in the middle of it's like Alphabet Crew month, man. Come on, Jake. You gotta see that, man. Go ahead, bro. You want to speak on it? Yeah, bro.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You got some more? You got some more on Baruch?
Oh, Baruch?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll continue reading. All right, verse 9, Baruch 3, verse 9. Hear, Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom. Verse 10. How happened it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land?
In thy enemy's land, man. We're in our enemy's land, man. But it's ultimately our land, but who's controlling it right now, man? Esau, Edom pertain to Job 9 and 24. So we're in our enemy's land, man. And would you rather be in your enemy's land and catering onto your enemy, all right, or feeling trust and affection onto your enemy, or would you be aware of your enemy, mindful of who he is, man, and know a way out? That's the hopeful elect, man. We're mindful of the devil. We know our enemy, and that's a tactic of war. How are you going to be in a war on a battlefield, all right, versus an opponent that you have no idea how they look, how they act, their tactics, all right, what way they're coming, their battle styles, man. We know all this about you, Esau, down to the T, man. Just like on the left-hand side, these elites, they know us, man. They know we have the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and they know these scriptures, man. They know we're the chosen people. That's why they use this Bible against us, man. During the transatlantic slave trade, you had our slaves, taskmaster slave masters, that what? They had a Bible in one hand, a whip in the other hand, man. All right? beating that English language into us, man. When you go into that movie, Roots,
Yeah.
all right, he went from what? Kunta Kinte to Toby, man. They Americanized and westernized him, man. That's why this country is known as what? I'm gonna get in Deuteronomy, all right? Swift as an eagle, man. Cunning, a bird's eye view. You got it, bro.
All right. This is let's see. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 49. It says, "The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth."
A nation from afar, man. From the ends of the earth, and we got dragged over here, man. All right, and along the slave along that route, all right, transatlantic slave trade, you had Jakes that didn't make it. Millions didn't make it, man, because they were what? Being ruled over by the oppressor, being thrown off the side. We got sharks that trail that same route in pursuit of that blood, man. That they once had generations of sharks now, man. So that means that what? There was a lot of blood spilled on the way here, man. Packed like sardines, man. Malnutrition, malnurtured, giving nothing, man. Skin and bones. And you Jakes don't want to accept that fact, man, and get out of here? Come on, man. We got to do better than that, man. We better than celebrating this damn folly day Juneteenth, man. In the scriptures, we're kings, priests, judges, rulers, man. We don't settle for nothing that our oppressor just gives us, man. Hey, eat the slop, man. You know how they throw it down the line? Hey, eat that, man. Nah, man. You got it, bro. Y'all got it.
Man, that's pretty much what they do to us, man. They give us days like Martin Luther King Day, Black History Month.
Yeah.
All right. They give you a little BET, TV show. All right. So forth and so on, man. These little they show you this black culture. They give you all these little things, man, to pacify you, man, to keep you shut, man, keep your mouth shut, man. All right. And then they selectively choose who they want to get out of the ghettos, so you have a sense of hope, man. All right, but there ain't no hope in this place, man.
Right.
Because as the scriptures say here, it says, "For the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth," man. All right, and that eagle is represented of Esau Edom, man. It's pride, man. All right. When you look on the back of a quarter, you see an eagle, man. All right. When you look at the architecture of America, man, you see ancient Rome, man. All right. So it's the same devils that has been oppressing us, all right, for all these years, man. He's the same man, man. He's the same deceitful man, man. All right, ain't nothing changed about it, man. So why are you putting trust in his holidays, man? All right. That's one thing about Jacob, is that Jacob said that the Bible not real. We can point out that the scriptures is all about men of color, all right. We can show them that even the Most High, and His Son, all right, and the people in the Bible, but yet you will follow Esau's traditions, man, and all the things that he celebrates. Right? You trust that, but you won't trust the scriptures, man, which is off. All right. It says, "A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand," man. And we didn't understand that. We didn't understand his language, man. All right. He beat his language into us, man. He spoke Paleo Hebrew, man. All right. And there's this church, all right, and I think in South Georgia, and they pretty much, the lady that owns the church, she was going into how the slaves, there's writings on the post, all right, of ancient Paleo Hebrew, man. All right, ancient Hebrew writing, man. All right.
That's right. That holy tongue, the Lashawan Kodash.
Yeah, man, proving that we are those people, man, and that we spoke that language.
Right.
Right. That ties in one and one. All right.
You got some more?
It says, "A nation of fierce countenance which shall not."
Fierce countenance, man. These devils, when they put their foot on our necks, man, it's still on our necks to this day, man. You out can pay taxes.
Yep.
You out can got a social security card.
Yep.
All right. You got a phone that's able to be tracked. All right. What do they got around here within 1 mile, 2 mile radius, they got towers, cell phone towers, man. AT&T towers, to where even if you turn your phone on, that's how they catch these criminals, man. We're down here in at the 15 JDC, all right, where all these murderers and killers and robbers, they go out and kill people, go out and rape, rob, murder, commit home invasions. And Esau, he does what? He goes in these towers and he tracks and see, okay, where were they at this time? Does it match up what they said in the police report? Okay, well, he was there at this time, man. This is a devil, man. But guess what? Us being in the spirit of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai said what? Render unto Caesar what is Caesar. So we know we're subject to these fines and payments. Therefore, we give Caesar what is unto him. But when it comes to bowing down to the tactics and the will and the wine of the society, we turn our face to it, man. We can frown upon it, man. We cast it out. We upgrade the people, man. This is our job, man. And our job is coming into a conclusion because there's going to be a famine of the word out here, man. It's not going to be too much longer that me and the brothers from the apostles on down to Lisa are out here, man. Basically, when you go into that 2/3, it's 66.66, man. All right? And that's the ultimate destruction of 2/3 of our people. That's more than half, man. The nation of Israel, man. We're talking about the chosen people of the Most High right here, man. A nation full of kings, priests, rulers, and judges, man. Up under Yahweh Shai. 2/3 of them are going to be destroyed and come back through the ones that are elect. So we fighting tooth and nail down to the last second. We're out here sweating right now. It's 95 degrees, man. Southwest Louisiana right now, man. It can get up to 100, even higher than that, man. But we're out here in season and out of season proclaiming this truth because this is what matters, man. If you got rappers, you got entertainers, you got basketball players, actors, what do they do when they trying to make a certain position, get an MVP, scoring titles, things like that, get a certain role in a movie? Some jigs work out all hectic, you know what I mean? Changing their body, changing their diet to try to fit that role so they can what? So they can ultimately get glory for it in front of the world. We're doing the same thing on the right-hand side, man. Fighting tooth and nail for this thing, man. This is all we have, literally, man. You got it out. Y'all brothers got it. You got it out. Go with yours.
This is Jeremiah chapter 8, verses 19 and 20. All right, Jeremiah 8:19. Behold, the voice of the cry of the daughter of my people, because of them that dwell in a far country. You know, here it is, our people are crying for solutions and crying for justice and crying for, peace and all these things. But, they're voicing their cries to the wrong people. Okay, it says.
And that's a beautiful point because when the first time I ever heard of Esau being the devil, heard of our people being Israelites and not African Americans, not Mexicans, not Puerto Ricans, the elder Kazaki in Baton Rouge, he said something basically backing right up that scripture because during the time that I came in, Alton Sterling, all right, which was broadcasted basically worldwide, was killed in Baton Rouge. So I was in law school at the time, and I came up to the brothers, no beard on my face, all right. I saw like 6 or 7, 8 brothers out there, and the first very line I heard from the elder, he said, y'all petitioning to this devil, Esau, Edom, this white man, y'all need to be petitioning to the Most High to get us out of here on these chariots, man. And that's something that captivated my mind, and I went from walking in that line where they had about thousands of people out there just walking straight to just going into the message, man. Coming into the ministry, man. Like the elder be going into, turn that like you turn the radio station and had that and you get it just right. Yeah. That's how the prophets are. We put it right on that 144 station, man. And the elect throughout the 4 corners, they've heard this word, this line is going out, man. You got it,
It says, Jeremiah 8:19, behold, the voice of the cry of the daughter of my people, because of them that dwell in a far country. And at the time of Jeremiah, who was them that dwelt in a far country? The ancient Babylonians. Well, now, Babylon is no longer far from us because we're in the midst of Babylon. Babylon the Great. It says, is not the Lord in Zion? Is not her king in her? All right, and that's essentially what our people say. Why? You know, it's not the Lord dealing with us. It's not the Lord going to eventually find solutions of, you know, for us in this condition. You know, but our people, you know, reject the Lord. Okay, and you know, they reject the hope that the Lord, you know, has in store for them. It says, "It's not the Lord in Zion. It's not her King in her. Why have they provoked me to anger with their graven images and with strange vanities?"
Right, and when you provoke someone, ultimately you got the Lord that's trying to do right by our people, trying to have mercy on them, trying to bring them up from that state of being dead onto knowledge. But they provoking the Lord, they pushing the Lord, poking fun at him. Oh, okay, well, like you got that guy, Barabbas Badass, Boosie, man, saying what? Oh, if the Lord come right now and tell me stop eating pork, I still won't do it. You're provoking the Lord, man, and you're going to be destroyed, man, because you led many people. You got a lot of blood on your hands, Barabbas Badass. All right, Boosie, you got a lot of blood on your hands, man. And the Most High is going to visit you in the worst way, because you can clearly see this man has been through the ringers. Cancer, diabetes, and he's still here. So he's here ultimately to be judged by the Lord, man, in a horrific and gruesome way, man. You got it, huh?
And not only that, you know, after you made that video where he was cursing the Most High out for eating pork, like months later, that's when he got shot in Dallas. I don't know if y'all remember that, when he got shot in his leg.
Mo 3.
Yep.
I got one out for you.
You got it up.
Shall I be the finish it out?
Yeah, and you know, he got shot in the leg months after he did that video cursing out Yahweh Shemel Shai, all because his ass don't want to stop eating pork. But like the brother Wadia was just saying, you know, eventually the Lord is going to visit him, and he might get shot again, but this time his ass gonna be out for good.
That's right, bro.
You got that, Moss.
All right, this is Baruch 4 and 6. It says, "Ye were sold to the nations for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh to wrath, ye were delivered into the enemies, man." All right, and pretty much going into, man, y'all moved. We moved the Heavenly Father to wrath, man. All right,
right.
To be putting us in the situation that we find ourselves in, man. All right, we went off, man. All right. In a great, like the brother was just now bringing up, man, Boosie was basically cursing out the Lord, man. All right, and what that then caused him, man. All right, to get shot in the leg, man, because he moved the Lord to wrath, man. All right, what you brothers have?
Yeah, man, and then just banging the money up, bro. You had this guy, Barabbas Badass, right? That he even has a so-called coin, Boosie Gate, man. All right. That you have people that flock to it. You got people that come all over for that in South Baton Rouge, man. So, with all these things going on, you got people getting killed, people getting totally slaughtered for the world to see it, man. What do you think is going to be happening to you, man? For that blasphemy that you've done unto the Lord, not to the Lord, but the Lord's men, man. Blaspheme the Lord's men, man. All right? So, the Lord's going to visit you in that day. And they got 1,000 of him out here, man. Millions of him out here amongst Israel, man. That same old, hey, man, you shot me down on that cool, man. Hey, man, where the hoes at? Hey, man, fuck her old man. I'm going to fuck on her. Adulterers, man. Just total degenerates. Like the scriptures tell you, man is as a beast that perishes. Jacob's a savage. And it goes right into this guy, man. Savage life. I'm a savage. I'm this, I'm that. I'm a beast, man. I'm an animal. You are, man. You're going to be put down like one, man. You got it,
Jeremiah 8 verse 19, "Behold the voice of the cry of the daughter of my people, because of them that dwell in the far country. Is not the Lord in Zion? Is not her king in her? Why have they provoked me to anger with their graven images and with strange vanities?" Yeah, and one of the main strange vanities that our people provoke the Lord to anger with is black culture. Black culture, Juneteenth. Okay, all these street culture, thug culture, thought culture.
Yeah.
Okay, all these things provoke the Lord to anger to bring even more worse judgments upon our people. It says, now here's the main point, verse 20, Jeremiah 8 and 20, "The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved." Yeah, we are not saved, meaning what? We're still not free as a people to this very day. So, why is it that here it is, our people celebrate, so-called holidays, so-called black holidays such as Juneteenth, which Juneteenth is going to fall on tomorrow, which is a so-called Sunday, right? Well, here it is. Our people are going to be celebrating that so-called holiday on a Sunday. But meanwhile, the very next day, Monday morning, they got to get their ass up and go back to work for the same devil that they're celebrating their so-called independence from.
Right. And then here we go. We met the brother, what, a year ago tomorrow, man. So-called, right? On Juneteenth. A year ago tomorrow, right? So you have Esau, he'll have Juneteenth on a Saturday, which was last year, right? Mm-hmm. Now it's on a Sunday, man. This devil ain't right, man. He knows what he's doing, and he knows that Jake is going to do what on a Sunday? Oh, that's the Shabbat. Oh, go to church, get all dressed up, come as you are, right? Come as you are. We'll accept anybody in that long line to church. We'll accept adulterers, sodomites, dykes, bull daggers, which goes into what? When you go into it, it's a bundle of sticks, man. All right? So these Christian churches, they'll accept any and everybody, man. You have to see the tactics of this devil, man. He wants to seek your life. We're speaking to our people, man. We're the stand-up guys for our people, man. We're up under Yahweh Shah. We're the counselors, man. We're the advisors of our people, man, of what to do and what not to do, man. All right? And the Most High is going to make it manifest in these last days because guess what? The work that we put in, we're going to get a reward for it, man. We're not standing out here in the blistering sun preaching to the wind for nothing, man. The Lord is with us, man, whether you like it or not. Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Daniel 7:25, and it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High.
So it said against the Most High, not for the Most High. So if you're against the Most High, you're in the category of blasphemers. You're in the category of the lake of fire, all right? You're in the category of someone that's going to be blotted out, man, all right? Go ahead, and that's Esau Edom, man. He speaks great words against us because what does he do? He calls himself the chosen people of the Most High. That's the worst atrocity on the planet Earth today, man. And guys like Squeak Mill, all right, Meek Mill, who's sucking the rise of these elites, man. And you other rappers trying to get a ticket, trying to get a 365 deal, trying to get up under the nuts of Esau Edom, man. All right, knowing you're an Israelite because they had a video that came out of Meek Mill saying he was in a gas station with some Amalekites, so-called, right? But he don't even know what he's talking about, saying, oh, look at my Jews. I'm with my Jews. You a damn dummy, man. The Most High, he's already dragged you through the industry. If you watch this guy, Meek Mill, all right? The Most High to drag you through the industry. You're a sodomite, man, behind closed doors. You get up under that guy, Robert Kraft, man. The owner of the Patriots. What's the other guy? Ruben, I forgot his name. You get up under the nuts of, what's that guy? The owner of Dallas, all right?
Jerry Jones.
Dallas Mavericks.
Mavericks, Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban. You get up under the nuts of these so-called elites in the industry, and you try to do what? Oh, I'm your whatever you need. He even bought this guy Robert Kraft Dream Chaser shade, man. So you a damn sodomite, man. And the Most High is gonna judge your ass too, man. Along with these wicked rappers that's been going to the pond, like how do they say how ducks go to the pond 2 by 2, man? That's how these rappers are going down to destruction, man. And it's good for you, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And we're tired of this shit, man. We're tired of living off of this Gregorian calendar. We're tired of seeing all our people live in a submerged spirit, man. Every time you see a Jake, he's asking you the same couple questions. Do you have a cigarette? Do you know what the drugs are? Do you know what the women and the whores are? Okay, well, I'm ready to commit adultery. You see that on Jake Countenance and his speech, man. So you don't think the Most High, if we dealing with wisdom, so we know the Most High is going to destroy 2/3 of our own people, man. That's why it's called Jacob's trouble, man. Like the brother read in Amos 5:18. I got like 2 precepts to back you up. But the brother read in Amos 5:18, woe to you that desire the day of the Lord, man. Because Jake is not thinking in his mind that nothing's going to happen out here, man. Jake just thinking that it's $5 of gas a gallon for nothing. Yeah, Jake is thinking that what? Juneteenth is another opportunity for him to turn up, pop up, boot up off pills, drugs, whatever it may be. Wine, man. Yeah,
man. One of the analogies the brother Wani always bring up is that Matrix, man. I was actually watching a video last night where pretty much the guy was at the table eating steak, all right, and the steak is fake, all right. But he said, "Oh man, you know what? It comes to these 9 years that I realized that, you know, I really don't care, and that ignorance is bliss, man. All right. Pretty much, if
I ain't be saying that.
pretty much, if I don't know about something, I don't care about it, man. All right. All right. I don't want to know about it, man. All right. That's the mindset of Jake, man. Because what, man? Jake don't want to. He don't want to take any responsibility, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Jake don't want to know what pork does to his body. He don't want to know what shrimp, crawfish, crab does to his body. He'll just wait until he goes to Esau, and Esau say, "Well, you're on 5-stage cancer. How many stages cancer got?
Stage 4 cancer.
Stage 4 cancer. You're on this type 2 of diabetes." Now Jake is like, "Oh, I gotta get on dialysis now."
Yeah. Or they'll say
chemo.
something like it's generational, huh?
Yeah, man.
But it's generational of the same wickedness over and over
A
again.
generational curse on your ass, man. Now, how are we breaking those curses, man? We're breaking the curses of our generations by prophesying across the 4 corners, man. Jake wonder why little Jakes grow up. You got a Jake that has 5 kids, and they have more kids and more kids over 20, 30, 40 years, period. And then what happens? That whole generation is full of degenerates, niggas, in the mindset of, I want to rob, steal, and kill to get a living. I want to commit adultery to get pleasure. All right? All in that lust, like Romans 1:28 says. Give Romans 1:28 now. All right? That reprobate mindset, man. That's what our people are in, man. They don't operate on the law, statutes, and commandments. They operate off the laws of Esau society, which tell you that what? Do as thou will, okay? If you want to smoke, like they're doing across the 4 corners, man, legalizing everything that's wicked and contrary to these scriptures, man. And back to the brother's point of, in that Matrix, you had a guy that cut that, I forgot his name, it escapes me, but he cut a deal with the system because he said he was going back into the Matrix. Morpheus and what's the other? You had Morpheus, you had Neo, all right? They were out of the Matrix, all right? So he cut a deal with the system, and he said, man, when you bring me back into the Matrix, make me somebody that's big. Make me somebody that's higher up, all right? And they were giving him the steak that was fed in the society, in the Matrix, all right? And he was eating fake steak, man, just to get a piece of this falling, declining society, man. And that's what we see in you 2/3 walking to and fro throughout this place. You in the Matrix, man.
Yeah. Gone in another scene, man, is when they was walking down walking down the main strip, all right, of the Matrix, man, all right, and Morpheus pretty much saying he was walking with Neo. He said, all right, man, everyone you see here, man, we're trying to save, all right, from the Matrix, man, all right, but there's some of them, all right, that just want to stay in the system, man. All right, and those people are our enemy, man. All right, so those people are our enemies of our own people, man. All right, 2/3 of our people, man.
That's great.
All right,
Yeah,
because they want to stay in the system.
Mine, could you get Proverbs 11:21 for the brother? Backing your point up right up, right? Because in this society, you got Jakes that are celebrating this Juneteenth, but that's the same Jakes that go on a job, like Amaya was saying, they'll return to the job on that Monday and be kissing Esau ass, man. But on that Sunday, they were hollering about, oh, we're independent. This is the real independence from Esau right here, man. All right? And you can get that word independence out because when you're independent from something, that means you don't rely on it. That means you're a solo acting body, and that's what the body of How Shimi Awashai is, man. We're separate away from this society, man. And you can tell it on our continents. You can tell it on our how you say it? Anastrophia, man. All right? How we dialogue. You can tell that we're not of this world, man. And we're getting closer and closer to be given those celestial bodies, and you're going to see it being manifest right here in the land of our captivity, man. You got it, Mike.
You still want to get that?
Yeah. Let him bring that Proverbs out for you, and then I'll read it.
All right. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
That's right. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. Right? Just because you see people so-called saying, let's stop the violence, all right, let's create peace, let's all come together, all right? It says that the wicked shall not, read it again one more time,
Proverbs 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
That's right, man. The wicked shall not go unpunished, man. The wicked shall not be acquitted, man. Because the scriptures say that, man. All right? That the Lord will not acquit the wicked, man, for all his wrongdoings, man. As the scriptures say, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, man. All right? So all the things that you've done to our people, man, as a nation, all right, all the things that you've done to the world, man, you have to pay for it. All right? You got it, huh?
It says, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
That's right, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered, man. Which is the elect, man. All right, the 144,000. All right? They shall be delivered, man. All right? They're going to be counted blameless, man. All right? You got it, huh?
That's it.
And if I can say, the Lord said there's no remembrance of former things. So ultimately, we're out here based on faith. But our faith is showed in our works. So we're displaying ultimately that we're of the Lord by doing this right here, man. We can't go back and say, okay, well, like we had if you were of the Levitical priesthood, you can go back and trace that lineage and say, okay, well, he's qualified to be of the priesthood, right? Mm-hmm. So ultimately, how do we trace our lineage right now? Through faith, man. Through Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Who's that chief cornerstone, man? All right? Which is going to do away, like in Daniel 7, was that stone that broke all the other nations, broke all the other kingdoms into pieces, man. Daniel's 2, Daniel's 2, man. All right? And you can get it real quick, guys. Let's talk about Yahweh Shai, man. Give me 1 Corinthians 15 and 24. Because ultimately, Yahweh Shai will symbolize the elect that's going to break this place into pieces, man. Because America has all the characteristics of all those kingdoms. When you go from gold to silver to bronze to what? Iron mixed with miry clay, all right? Babylonian Empire. Then you got the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greek. Then you got the Romans. Then you got this beast system, man. America. And what's that chief cornerstone? Go ahead, Al.
All right. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 45. As a matter of fact, I'm going to start at 44. Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days, let this noise pass. All right, Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom.
Right, and that's us, man. We're that kingdom. We're that third temple, man. All right, that's going to fulfill everything that Yahweh Shai spoke about 2,000 years ago, man. We're going to fulfill it in this time. We're living the lives of those prophets of old, man. Whether you want to believe it or not. And there's so much unbelief around us that test our faith on the daily, man. You got people that test us, irk us, get on our nerves on a daily just through the spirit, man. Wherever we go, whether it be the job, whether it be we stopped at a red light, you got Jake bugging out. You go in the supermarket, Jake bugging out. Like, damn, man, I just want to say something to his ass, man. He just said something that was totally bugged out, man. But guess what? The spirit of the Lord, if we're of that elect, we keep our composure. Because I believe it was, it said, it's like, it's written in a place that says, I hate thee with a perfect hatred.
Psalms 139.
You can get it.
God. Yeah, I'll get it after I read this.
The water, you got it.
All right, Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed.
Right, never be destroyed. So that's telling you that after that 1,000-year period, we're going to still reign with Yahweh Shai forever and ever, man. It wouldn't make sense for after that 1,000-year period and we destroy, and Esau is blotted out, that we stop ruling. All right? We're going to rule forever. That's why this is worth it, man. Because after this, after America, we're going to be in rulership and power forever, man. For eternity, man. This society is temporary, man. Like the scriptures tell you, the fashion of this world faded away, man. And we see that. This society goes from hot to cold. It goes from $2 gas to $4 gas. So why trust in this, man? You got to trust in the Lord because the Lord said he don't change, man. You got it, Mike.
It says, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Ooh, that's right, bro. Not these are the nations, all right? Stone with Esau, Edom, on the back of the sign, all right? Elam, Aram, Ishmael, Moab, Ammon, Cush. It's not going to be left to you, man, because like the scriptures tell you, set not a stranger over thy people. You're strangers, man. When you got a stranger over the people, the stranger don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. The stranger follows after idols, dogmas, ideologies, and different doctrines, man. That's what this society is based off of, man. And that's why the Lord is so beautiful because, speaking of me, the brother Amwaz, the brother Amanya, we're from different walks of life, all right? But the Lord brought us together in this common denominator, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And we have things that are similar to each other, but we're ultimately different in different areas. But what brings us together? The Lord, man. It's truth. We have a common denominator, man. You got it, man.
It says, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms.
Right, all the kingdoms before, man. Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, the Medo-Persian, Babylonian Empire, because America is based off of all those philosophies, man. You tie all those philosophies, all those kingdoms mentioned, and you get America, man. It's a reincarnation of those empires, man. You got it, man.
And it says, and it shall stand forever.
Forever. One more time, huh?
It says, I'm going to read the latter part. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
That's right. Starting with who? In the next verse. Keep going on.
Verse 45. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold.
All those kingdoms. But it says without hands, because what is a man? When you got a man, what can he make, right? Something visible, some concrete, some carpentry, things like that, something that's visible to the eye, right? But it says without hand. So this kingdom is going to be built from the heavens, man.
Right.
From Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. All right? Without hands, start with Yahushua, man. That's our journey and that's our life. So if you ever want to think in your mind, why are these men always out here in downtown Lafayette saying live camp at this time, that time? We're out here because we're chasing salvation, man. We're chasing a new rulership that descended down and that ascended up and then descended down, man. Because we're going to come up into those chairs, then we're going to descend down and come out and give this rulership in order, man. That's why we're out here continuously. That's why you see this brother right here. That's why you see the brother behind the camera. Not for long, because the Lord is going to bring fruit amongst us that we're going to have to nurture up, man, and build up through the milk, all right, through the meat. And that's a heavy and difficult task, man. That's a task that'll keep you up all night. That's a task that'll have you growing gray hairs, man, all right? But it's only given to the strong, man. It's only given to the chosen. So we'd rather go through this fiery trial as a man, as a elect, than to go through the things of the world and be given a consolation, all right? Like it tells you in Second Ezra, basically. Is that Second Ezra, like the constellation, man? They receive their constellation, man. Their consolation prize, man. You got it, man.
Daniel 2, verse 45 again. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power hath made known to the king, which shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure.
That's right, man. The vision is yet for a point in time, but in the end, it shall speak and not lie. So that's why you see all these things coming to pass. The heavens are in total order, man. This place is bugged out, man. You got people thinking that the Most High don't exist. You got atheists, you got Buddhists, you got Christians, you got total bug outs that's thinking, oh, I'm just living life YOLO, man. But we live life with a direction. We have a direction and we have a discretion, man. Because guess what? We're gonna see some things. We're gonna go through some things, but we're gonna inherit everything, man. And that's what we're out here for, man. To inherit everything. So you see us as, oh, these guys that rough around the edges, all right. They might not speak so deeply as I like, but the Most High is dealing with us, man. You can bet your last dollar, man. And we see these things. We see things amongst us that just confirms that the Lord is dealing with us, man. Right, and that's what keeps us going. You got it, yep. All right. Bring it up back in the mind.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, this is 1 Corinthians 15 and 24. It says, when cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to Yahweh, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule.
Ooh,
all
put down what?
Put down all rule.
All rule, man. That's what the brother of mine read in Daniel's 2:45, man. All rule, all the kingdoms that came prior to this one, man. Right. The Most High is going to put down all rule. Go ahead, all authority.
It says all rule and all authority and power.
And power, man. Structure. Like it tells you, I believe the book of Psalms, it tells these horns are going to be broken, man. This beast, this 7 heads, 10 horns, is going to be broken and brought down to naught, man. And you're going to see the power of the Lord, man. Just like those that didn't believe when Noah was prophesying before the flood, guess what happened? The flood came and it took them all away. Just like those that don't believe in America, this flood of nuclear fire is going to take them all away, man. And we're going to be looking and beholding you in that sea of glass, man. Seeing what the Lord has wrought in this day, man. Because the Lord is going to work a great work. It's going to be the second Exodus, man. And we read about Exodus. We know the history and everything. And we say, man, look at the Lord. Look how the Lord worked the work in ancient Egypt. But it tells you in second Ezra, I will smite Egypt with plagues as before, man. So we're seeing the same things happen to the reincarnated Egypt, which goes into bondage, the house of bondage, which is America, man. We're seeing all these things happen. But guess what? It's going from, what that Drake song say, 0 to 100, man.
Real quick,
man. You got it.
I just wanted to back the brother up with the 1 Corinthians 15. All right, this is Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven opened up, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness. He does judge and make war. It says his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, man. All right, and that's Yahweh Shai, man. He's coming to take power, dominion, all right, over the whole earth, man. All right, and by taking those many crowns, man, meaning that he's gonna take over all the rulers, man. All right, slaying them before.
Hey, and we're seeing, like, me and the brothers dialogue before the camera started, we're seeing the rulers of the society being brought down, man. Like me and the brother was talking about, you got the Sleepy Joe, all right, fell on his bike. You got Vladimir Putin, you see him clutching at a table, clutching his body, looking all low, man, full of affliction, man, from the Lord. We ultimately know through the Spirit whether the Lord, like me and the brother was talking about, whether the Lord destroys them now or waits up until the peak of this thing to destroy them, they're still going to be destroyed, man. Sleepy Joe, there's not going to be another term for you, man. You're not going to make it into the next term. It's safe to say, man. Look at that vileness that you're doing across the planet Earth, man. That's why they call you Sleepy Joe. And when you deal with a drunken master, when you fighting a drunken master, right? When he fights you, you never know what angle he's coming from. That's how Sleepy Joe is, man. He's acting sleepy, like, oh, I'm just lost in translation. But then he comes with hyperinflation. Then he comes with, oh, I'm Sleepy Joe. Karaga. All right? So you can never trust this devil pertaining to Sirach 12 and 10, man. You got to watch, man. You got to watch and pray because you got men falling out, men bugging out all around you, man. You got to stand firm in this truth because, like the elders always say, someone has to be of the elect, man. 144,000 is a lot in this society according to knowledge, but it's a small amount according to the Lord, man. So we have to be of that elect, man. Lord willing, Aparat Zah. You got it, right?
That's it.
You got it, man.
Yeah, God, this the scripture you had called for earlier. This is Psalms chapter 139, verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee?
That's right.
Verse
man.
verse 22. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies.
That's right, man. All right. So basically, don't we hate those that hate thee, O Lord, man? All right. Don't we hate those that celebrate these wicked holidays? 2/3 of our people. All right. Don't we hate Esau, who you promote? You promote the alphabet crew. All right. You promote bestiality. All right. These different philosophies, man, that you push, man. All right. That the world accepts, man. We hate the world, man. All right, we hate this world, man. We hate all those that participate in it, man. All right, yeah, we live in it. All right, but we're only here, all right, to live out our time here, man. All right, to live out until Yahweh Shemiah shall deliver us, man. We don't participate in the things that y'all do. All right, but can you read that one more time again, brother? Sure.
I'm going to read both verses.
Yeah, come on.
All right. Psalms 139, verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? Verse 22. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies.
Yeah, man, we count you as the enemies, man, of the Lord, man. You're gonna really try to physically rise up against the Heavenly Father, man. All right, and His Son. You're gonna try to actually fight the Heavenly Father, man. All right, you're gonna actually try to fight Yahweh Shai, man, in the skies, man.
Revelation
In the
12 and 7.
chariots. You're gonna actually try to fight Yahweh Shai, man. Crazy, man. Your pride has got you delusional,
Your structures and technology can't amount to the heavens, man. Come on, Esau. White man can't jump, man. Edomites can't jump, man. You can't contest to. Yeah, we in this lower state, but we're the men of renown. Like we had a test we was going through with the brothers, all right. But we're getting built up, man. All right, brothers behind the scenes are getting built up to being those. Guess what? We're gonna be those threshing sharp instrument in these days, man. All right. The Lord is gonna deal with us because of the things not only that we do in front of men, in front of the world to see, but the things that we do behind the scenes, man. That's what the Lord is going to exalt us. Go ahead, Doc.
All right, just real quick to back up your point. Downplaying, the technology of Esau Edom, because really it's Esau's technology is far inferior to Yahweh Shemiah Shai, heavenly technology.
That's right.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men, and who's the modern day Egyptians? Esau Edom. Okay, because we're in Egypt all over again, as well as spiritual Sodom. And the elders in Dallas was going over that last night at their camp.
Right.
All right, but it says, Isaiah 31, verse 3, now the Egyptians are men and not God.
Ooh, and guess what happened to the Egyptians? A horse and his rider was thrown into the sea. So all those Egyptian rulers, you had an order amongst the Egyptians, man. You had different orders, different ranks that would go out and chastise our people, go out and put hell on them. Different lieutenants generals, which was so called, right? But guess what happened when the Lord was about to part the Red Sea? What happened? All those horses and riders that pursued the nation of Israel, all right, on the behalf of Egypt, were caught up in that sea, man, and destroyed. So all these Egyptians, all these Edomites, all right, all these high centurions, which you would call them, these Roman generals, they're going to be caught up in that lake of fire because they ultimately going to pursue us because the Lord is going to bring us into the second Exodus, man. So they're going to pursue us. You're damn right, man. And we're not scared because we've seen our faith is built up. That's why our faith is going to be built up, man. In that time to go through these things that we have to go through, man. We're out here literally in the midst of our enemies. Somebody can come behind us right now. Our backs will turn to the street right now, man, and shoot us up. Come out here and try to stab us up, chastise us, say whatever they want to us. So we're literally relying on the Lord by doing what we're doing right now, man. Go ahead, Amani.
God. Isaiah 31, verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. And their horses are going into what? Their military, their tanks, their Air Force planes, their fighter jets, okay, their swords, all of those things, that were given to Esau, which is the blessing of the sword that was given to him by our forefather Isaac. It's only carnal, meaning what? It has limitations. Okay, it can malfunction, it can jam, all right, it can self-destruct.
Right.
But it says,
that's why the Lord said He appointed the bounds that He cannot pass. You got bounds, Esau.
Right.
You got a scope. So the Lord said, okay, well, I'm gonna set you at this point, and you're not gonna go any further than that point. That's why the scriptures tell you, like backing the brother up, made a beautiful point of mine, because you were given the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. The dew, the mist, the slight mist, man. There's still waters in the heaven is the heavens is waters, right?
Yeah.
That's a water. So if you get the dew of the water, you only got the sprinkles, man. You didn't get the full-fledged wave of everything, man. That's Esau Edom, man. And you got Esau doing what? He's trying to set up his technology up there, but you're going to get obliterated, man. The angels are looking at you literally like how we look down on the ant, because we're literally ants, right? To the heavens. Yeah. So that's how the angel looks on Esau technology, like, see? All right, let's go. You got it, huh?
It says, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, all right, that right hand, Yahweh Shai, it says, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. So all these nations that's going to help participate in keeping, Esau Edom in power and keeping his beast system in power, they're all going to, fall together, and that's, it pretty much said what it just said. They're all going to fail, all right, and fail miserably. All right, you got it out.
That's right. You got it. How much?
This is Exodus 15:1. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord.
That's right, because that's the old song, right? Mm-hmm. The old song contained Revelation 14, right?
15.
Right. The old song and the new song go together, man. All right, go ahead up.
It says, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath trumpeted gloriously.
The one I was talking about on mine is Revelation 14:3. Get it from me?
Okay, God.
Back in the brother, you got it out.
All right. He said, he hath trumpeted gloriously the horse and his rider.
And that's what we're going to sing, man. We're singing that new song right now, man, which is the old song of Moses. Like the brother going to get Revelation 14:3, because it ties in together. Because when Yahweh Shai came on the scene, he said, what? Think that I come, help me out, I can.
Think not that I come to send peace, but a sword?
No, destroy the law. I come to fulfill.
Yeah.
I come to fulfill, man. All right? Think that I not come to destroy the law and the prophets. I come to fulfill, man. So Yahweh Shai come to fulfill all that. That's the new song that we're singing through the faith of the Lord, man. We don't care if you people don't believe, man. We're seeing things on our daily lives. We have daily accounts, individual accounts, as well as collective accounts that confirm that the Lord is dealing with us, man. That keeps us going on and keeps us in his faith, man. Brothers deal with ailments, irking body pains, demons on the job, demons in their family, and the Lord somehow miraculously, right, pulls them through all of that. So who do we rely on? Our family or Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man? That question is easy if you're dealing wisely, man. You got it, man.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 14, verse 3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
That's right, man. No man could learn that song because you had elect in the day of Moses, man. We were brought out of our people, but guess what? After the priesthood of Moses, you had Joshua and Aaron. They continued that on. So you always had men, elect men, that continued on our heritage throughout the scriptures, man. And to know this Bible is, like they say, to know something is to love it, right? Like if I know you, I'm going to love you. If I know your imperfections, I know this and that. So to know these scriptures is to love it, man. And to love the Lord is to keep his commandments, man. All right? In these last seconds of time, you got it, right? You got it. You got some more?
Yeah. Con, now just real quick, this is in the very next chapter. All right, Revelation 15. The point is in verse 3, but I'm going to start from the top, and I'm going to read through it. Revelation 15, verse 1, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. Verse 2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his charagma, and over the number of his name, that stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. You know, and those that are written in the scriptures to receive this victory are the 144,000, as well as the large multitude of men, women, and children are Israelites behind the 144,000. All right. Now here's the main point, verse 3. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High.
Right.
And the song of the Lamb, saying,
Revelation you read, right? So that old song is that new song, man. It goes hand in hand. The Old Testament and the New Testament go hand in hand, man.
Right.
We adhere and we acknowledge everything in this book because Yahushua said, I come in the volume of the book. So how you going to just say, okay, well, the Old Testament is done away with, or the New Testament is done with? You know how these wacky, tacky Christians come, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You got to do better than that. And from the apostles on down to the least of us, we have the strength and the perseverance to move on in this truth. You see it by the way that we come, by our mannerisms. So you can't go out there and say, okay, well, a certain group don't have. You got to give credit when credit is due, man. Come on, man. Who's out there pronouncing the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua? Who's out there on the highways and byways consistently? And who displays the characteristics of a great millstone, man? A hard-working instrument, continuously, forcefully, pursuing its goal, man, until the end. That's us, man. Lord willing, Aparatazah. You got it. I got one. You got something back here.
Revelation 15, verse 3. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord power, Yahweh Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of the saints. So basically in this verse is showing you that the elect, starting with the 144,000, are going to be singing the new song of Moses. Because, you know, as the brother Amwaz read earlier, what was the old song of Moses? You know, basically our people rejoicing over the Lord, overthrowing the Egyptians, all right, and casting them, you know, their Pharaoh and their armies into the Red Sea. Well, nowadays, okay, because we're in the modern day spiritual Egypt and Sodom, we're going to be singing this new, the song of Moses all over again in reference to Esau Edom and how the Lord is going to overthrow Esau Edom in his armies and his military, all right, in the new sea, which is what going to be the lake of fire, thermonuclear destruction. Okay. You got it up.
All right, this is Matthew 11 and 15. It says, he that have ears to hear, let him hear.
Yeah, man, because if you hear, then you're going to dance into that song, right? If you got the, like scripture say, this line is going out, so we're singing a song up here. These scriptures, this gospel means what, Akim? Good news. Good news. So we're preaching on to good news. A good song is the one that play on an instrument. Go ahead.
It says, he that have ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken this generation?
So the Most High said, how am I going to liken unto this generation? What's an example that I could put in the scriptures that are liking this generation right now, all right, onto a parable? Go ahead.
It says, it is like children sitting in the market and calling unto their fellow and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
Right. We sung this song unto you, this good song, this gospel, this good news. But guess what? You haven't received it. You want to dance to Esau's beat. You want to dance to the drum of this society. Yeah. When Esau plays a song, what Jake do? Stand at attention. Yes, sir. Aye. All right? Yes, sir, Captain. What can I do for you? But when we play this song right here, these scriptures, precept upon precept, line upon line, what did Jake do? I ain't feeling that, man. Turn that off. Oh, that ain't popular. Well, I don't that ain't on my playlist, right?
Let's get this money.
Yeah, man. You got that. I got one backing you up.
But like the brother said, man, they're not piping to this tune because they're dancing to the tune of the world, man. All right. They don't like hearing these sweet songs, man.
That's right.
All right. What's that scripture that says, don't speak unto us
Smooth
right
things.
things,
Yeah.
man. Smooth things.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Speak unto us smooth things. Man.
That's what that Jake behind us wanted, and that Moabite, because they wanted us to say what? Hey man, how y'all doing? Y'all going to Juneteenth, man? Hey, Black Power.
Yeah.
Free the people. Hey, what else? Some shit Jake say, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just madness, bro. You know?
Yeah.
Just a parable of the world, man. We speak of a parable of the fig tree, and when that branch is a tender, we know that summer is nigh, and it's summer. It's coming into summer right now in America, and we're reaching historical precincts. You think that this is just strange? That this thing is going on, man? This is prophecy, man. And we're not going against, hey, man, you 2/3 of Jake, of Israel that come up here with that madness, because we're going to be out here week in and week out. We're going to be doing more live lessons. We're going to be waxing more faithful in this truth. So you're going to see us, and you're going to have questions for us, and through the Spirit, you're going to get cut down, man. All right? We're going to have the answers for you, and it's whether you receive it or don't receive it, man. Because it's going to get real hot in Southwest Louisiana, North Louisiana, Southeast Louisiana, all right? And so on and so forth across the four corners of the planet Earth, man. Because this word is going out, man. Like this, I'm going to get it.
More.
You got it.
It says, we have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented, man. All right?
Yeah, that's right, bro. You got it. I can break it down.
Yeah, man, we pretty much be mourning to you, crying to you, what? To return to the Lord, man. All right? To do right by the Lord, man. To come out of this place. All right? Well, what, man? You want to be, see, you just want to continue in this world, man. But we at the point to where, like the brother was about to say, man, we at the point to where we like just whatever we take, man. All right, let the just be just and let the wicked be wicked, man. All right. Did you have some up?
I had a quick one. It's quick, guy. It's Psalms 149 and 1 is just backing all y'all brothers up. It says, "Praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints." Verse 2, "Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king." Verse 3, "Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the trembling heart." And that's these scriptures, man. We hear this word and we dance unto it. Meaning what? We act. We act it out. We live this in our life. We stop eating pork. We stop eating crabs. Stop eating shrimp. Stop celebrating Juneteenth, July 4th, Columbus Day, Malcolm X Day, and so on and so forth, man. We pipe on to the dance of this truth, man. And when you dance and what? You get a lot of attention, right? And we're gonna be made famous in that day, man. Lord willing, we are that number. Y'all brothers got that was it on that.
All right, God. This is Jeremiah chapter 5.
Oh, that's what I had too.
That's what you had?
Yeah. You was gonna
I was gonna start at
yeah.
I was gonna start
it out, wherever you gonna start.
Yeah, okay, come on. Jeremiah chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 11. All right, it says, "For the house of Israel and the house of Judah," all right, northern and southern kingdom, all 12 tribes. It says, "For the house of Israel and the house of Judah have dealt very treacherously against me, saith the Lord." Verse 12, "They have belied the Lord," in which when you go into that word belied in the Hebrew, it basically means like to cringe, or to think that somebody's saying something false to you, trying to deceive you. Okay, in which that's how Jake looks at the prophets in the middle of the Lord. They think that we're preaching a false message of hope to them. But it says, verse 12, "They have belied the Lord and said, it is not he." Okay, they're basically saying, because here it is, the Lord told Moses in Exodus the 3rd chapter, "I am that I am," and then further down, Yahweh, which means he is. But Jake is saying that the Lord is not.
Right.
Okay, showing you that Jake has no fear of the Lord whatsoever. They have no fear of his reputation, his judgments, okay, his righteousness, his begotten son, which is why we're in this condition that we're in today. Catching hell in America as well as the four corners of the earth. Right. It says, verse 12, they have belied the Lord and said, it is not he. Neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine. You want to speak on that?
That's right, because Most High, he going to search Jerusalem with candles. You said on your knees, man. You say the Lord ain't going to do this. Neither will he do good, neither will he do evil, man. You're going to be destroyed for that, how they say that, Akim? That viewpoint, man. Your stance on things. Because Jake, 2/3 of our people, they have a stance, whether they believe or not, because your actions show otherwise. Your stance is in your actions. If you have a certain particular mindset, you're going to act on it. Our people believe in Juneteenth, therefore they go out and barbecue, therefore they go out and celebrate. They believe in Christmas, and so on and so forth, therefore they go out and participate and embark on it. We believe in its truth, therefore we come out and put on these rough garments, we go live, across the four corners, and we speak this truth, man. Like when you have a drug addict, he loves to smoke crack cocaine, loves to do meth. So what does he do? He looks out and he goes and finds dealers. Hey, you got this, you got that, what you do? What do? We love to get in these scriptures. We love to get breakdowns. We love to get informed. We love to get knowledge. We love to get more information. So what do? We seek the wise men. We seek counsel on things, man. We dig deep into the research into these words, these word roots, and also these root words. Because you have a word that has a root, you have a root word, that word might have different roots to it, man. So that's what the Lord has gifted us with, man. Like it tells you in, I believe, the book of John, it says you have an unction to know all things, man. Y'all brothers got it.
God, it's Jeremiah 5:12 again. They have belied the Lord and said, it is not he. Neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine. Yeah, so our people, they're in such a low vibration state, like we was talking about earlier before we did the lesson we did yesterday. Our people are so much in a low vibration state, which goes into what? A lack of spiritual awareness, right? That our people, they can't smell the coffee. They can't see the signs of the time. They can't see that, the America is falling, okay, to the point of no return. That inflation is going to go up more and more. That crime is going to go up more and more throughout these major cities. That all hell is about to break loose, right? So it says, verse 14, wherefore thus saith the Lord power of hosts. Matter of fact, sorry.
If I could ask you had did we bring out that definition from yesterday, low vibration? No. Bring it out, huh? Because that was a beautiful definition.
Yeah,
brother brought out, man.
I'm gonna bring it out right now before I continue.
You got it.
Yeah.
We can get a couple more and take it out.
All right. So this is the definition of low vibration off of Google. It says lower vibrations are brought about by negative emotions, disempowering thoughts and beliefs, poor health, and a lack of spiritual awareness. That's pretty much it.
That's right, man. And also all things that 2/3 of our people suffer from, because the elect don't deal on a low vibration. The elect don't suffer from negative thoughts and let it consume them. Like the scriptures say, we have direction. Let not your sins weigh you down, man. Mm-hmm. We don't let our negative thoughts and our transgressions just consume us and overweigh us. Make us turn out of this truth, because this is our glory, man. This wisdom and knowledge and understanding, this is our ticket out of here, man. Jake always looking for a ticket. Jake go into the field of football, basketball, and they say, what? I'm a meal ticket. I'm the ticket for my family to get out of here, get out of poverty, make it in America. Nah, we're beyond that. We're the real meal tickets, because not only are we going to get out of America, we're going to get into the kingdom, man, with these words. Y'all got it. We're going to get a few more and take it out.
You want to make a point, Amos?
Oh, no, I was thinking, like the brother was saying about the meal ticket situation, right? A meal ticket for my family, man. We're the elect, all right, to the spirit party, how about Shemi Al-Shai, is the meal ticket to get out of here and put rulership back in the earth, man.
That's right.
All right? To put order back in the earth, man. All right? Because the earth is out of order right now, man. All right? So what we're doing right now is turning everything right side up, man. All right, through the Spirit. All right, what you got, y'all?
All right. Jeremiah 5, verse 13. And the prophets shall become wind, and the word is not in them. Yeah, our people, say these things, that the prophets shall become wind, meaning what? Wind is here for a second, but then after that, it goes away, flies away. It's here for a little moment, then after that, it disappears. It says, and the word is not in them. Yeah, our people say that the prophets, the apostles, and the men of the Lord, that the word of the Lord is not in them. Here's why, they don't take heed to the things that we're saying. They don't take heed to the warning that we're giving them. Okay, and they just continue on in their folly, eating and drinking, marrying, giving into marriage, until what? Eventually until the flood of destruction comes to overtake them.
Right.
It says, verse 14, wherefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, because ye speak this word. Okay, so the Lord basically says, because our people are saying these things, because they're talking, all this shit, all right, and not, not taking the word serious and mocking the prophets. It says, wherefore thus saith the Lord power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
What does fire do with wood? It consumes it totally until that wood is ashes, man. Mm-hmm. Until there's nothing more than wood, and that's likened unto you people with the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because through prophecy, you're going to be made into ashes, because the ultimate goal and the ultimate message of us is telling what? That America is going to be destroyed, and this place is going to be hit by nuclear missiles, man. All right? So if somebody comes up and they say, A through Z through the truth, and we give them this word and cut them up, they're going to be destroyed, whether they like it or not, man. So, based upon the Lord's determination, not ours, you're going to be set for deliverance or destruction. You can get like one or two more. I'm going to take it out. You got one up? Yeah, you got it. Bring it up. I got a quote. It's 1 Peter 2:9. It says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who had called you out of darkness into marvelous light. And that's the Most High, man. We're top notch, man. Like me and the brothers, we see Edomites, different nations, and we look at them with disgust, man, disarray. Like, man, and we don't have to actually go out and say, hey, man, Esau, you the devil. Go out and run up to the people on our job, people we see at the supermarket. But just in our visage, in our countenance, they know that we're superior to them, man. And that's the gift of the Lord. What you got, man?
This is Deuteronomy, backing up the brother. It's Deuteronomy 7:6. It says, thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a particular people unto himself above all people that are upon the earth, man. So we need to conduct ourselves and be in a certain way, man. All right. You don't need to be, hands sagging up half your ass, man. All right. What they call it? Belligerent, man. All right. Out spewing just anything and everything, man, that comes to your mind.
Drunk.
Right?
Yeah. When you're drunk, you belligerent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much, that, all right, being astonishment, all right, to the people, man, all right, so they can call you a byword, or this is a drunk nigga, just another one of these niggas out here, man. All right, we need to carry ourselves with some type of status, man. All right, in these last days, and that's what the men of the Lord are doing, man. All right, we're making a separation, man. All right.
Great. You got that, Mike.
All right, Khan. This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. Prophecy that we all know. Zechariah 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third part shall be left therein.
That's right, man. 2/4 of that shall die, man. 2/3 shall die, man. The ones that didn't make those adjustments, made those changes, all right, clean themselves up for that wedding, all right, which is to come, all right, then prepare themselves, all right, lose that weight, sometimes you gotta lose
Yeah,
that
that's a
weight.
good
to
point.
get
They be like, man,
that
I got
dress.
a wedding I'm in.
Yeah.
I gotta lose some weight for that wedding.
God.
Fit in my tuxedo,
Yeah.
right?
So man, we losing that weight, man, getting ready to be put in that dress, man. All right, to getting ready for that marriage, man, for the to look acceptable, man. All right, to be clean, man. All right.
Yeah, come. Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Shimon Shai is my power.
That's right, man. All right, we're gonna be tried as gold in the fire, man, in that day, man. All right, and through that fire, man, we're hoping to be accounted worthy of being delivered, man. Salvation, having salvation. All right, that's why we're making the adjustments now, man. All right.
That, Lord willing, this message is edifying. We're gonna turn and face the east. Give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Hakadosh. Double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you. I keep pushing out the truth across the four corners during these last sections of time. Bob,
Bob,
Kwam Yasha Allah,
Kwam Yasha Allah,
Shalom.
Shalom.